Well, the Immortals news continues. We've got word about what the promo actually is going to entail. We have our first player leak for it, and I do have a theory about an SBC coming revolving around that player that we will talk about. But there's that. BRUNO as one player of the month, so that's on the way. And at least one other SBC I think we've got leaked right now. Yeah, and a couple of flashback kits. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. There will be a link in the description down below. They are the cheapest and the safest option. You can use my code JFC at checkout for an 8% discount. That some of you might be interested in. But okay, thank you all for joining and being here. You guys are the best as always. And we got a max 90 overall Evo. And it's interesting because this actually caused some controversy today on Twitter mainly. And that was because we got word from FUT Agent a couple days ago that, if you don't remember the video, he said we were going to get a lot more max 89 Evos and not max 90. And then 2 days later or 3 days later, we get a max 90 overall Evo. So it's kind of like, okay, that leak either was intentionally wrong or just, I mean, it was wrong no matter what. So was it intentionally wrong or was it just a mistake? I don't know, but we do get a max 90 Evo, which is cool. It's not a great Evo by any means. It's fine. It's kind of just an all right to good Evo, and it's 10,000 coins again, 100 FC points. This is the usual now. We've gone over that and discussed it a million times. Yeah, it's funny because if you go to Reddit right now, there's a ton of power curve / paid Evo debate, and it's like, we've kind of already been discussing that for the last couple of weeks, so I won't get into it too much, but that's what's kind of been going on in the community recently over the last 24-ish hours. It's like, hey, what's going on? The paid Evos are out of control and the power curve is getting ridiculous. Also because of some of the leaks that we got today that we'll go and look at, but that's kind of the talk of the town right now. Also, there's a couple of name changes that I wanted to show you guys because they did update a few women's players' names because they got married. So Lynn Williams is no longer Lynn Williams. She's Lynn Biendolo, and I think it's Lindsay Horan, or at least it was Lindsay Horan, is now Lindsay Heaps or Lindsay Heps, and I believe there's a couple more that I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but I want to show you guys that because that's a thing now. If you pack one of them, you're like, who the hell is that? And then also plug in the second channel quickly if you want to go watch the video where I showed the tactics, this 4-2-2 tactics that I went 15-0 with. The link is in the description down below. But okay, let's go on to the leaks in the news now. Immortals promo this Friday, of course, we know that by now. What we got news of today, though, is that baby versions will be in this promo, also coming as an SBC. Sheriff does say new Evos, and also R9 is confirmed, predicted stats, so R9's in there, and that's, you know, the we will be there with the 4 fire emojis is like, okay, who's gonna afford that card? But all right. But I do have a theory about this, and that is that it would make too much sense. It's almost too on the nose for us to be getting baby versions of SBCs, right? And R9, who just had that evolution, that was 5 million coins plus the 500k, it makes too much sense to have a baby R9 SBC. It just lines up too well. So that's kind of my out there theory a little bit. We've seen a bit bigger SBCs this year. I would not be shocked to see a baby R9 SBC. I would put that as actually a somewhat decent chance. Just a theory, no idea about that. And he's not saying as well here that it's going to be an SBC of R9. Some people read it as that, but that's not what he's saying. And AC also makes the comment here talking about how it's always good for Evos and then way easier to pack as well. This is kind of why this promo is always very, it's not hyped up, I would say, but it's more so kind of interesting to see what's going to happen with this promo, because oftentimes the baby icons and the baby heroes are very packable. And if they're very good, it can do a lot of damage to the market. That's kind of where it gets interesting. And also, especially with this here, with evolutions, that should also be kind of a cool addition with this promo as well, as there's just more Evos this year than there was last year for Galazzo. And Galazzo, I think, only had a few baby versions of the icons and heroes. I hope we see more of them in this promo, like Trophy Titans was. There was a lot during Trophy Titans. But it's also interesting that that's kind of what this promo has been the last couple of years now, right? You have Trophy Titans, then Galazzo, then this. They just keep renaming it. It's like the same thing. Someone says down here, so basically Galazzo duplicate, and AC says kinda. It's like, okay, what's really the difference here apart from the card design? I mean, it seems like it's the exact same thing. But yeah, like I said, just a theory, okay? But it just makes so much sense to see this card drop as an SBC. It probably wouldn't be as good, honestly, but it makes too much sense. And also, random bit of news, okay, there was a lot of April Fool's stuff today, all right? A lot of goalkeeper Evos. I saw one that was a Pogba flashback SBC leak, okay? A lot of April Fool's stuff today. This was not true. I was also attempting to think of a way to try and fool you guys, but I couldn't think of anything clever enough. Oh, but yeah, unfortunately, no Scott Carson Evo. That would be pretty awesome. Now, I know we've talked about this before. If you've been here for a while, we talked about this like a year ago at the start of this game too a little bit, but why are there no goalkeeper Evos? What is the deal with that? Do you think it's a literal EA don't think we care enough about goalkeeper Evos, or does it just not work? Like, do they not know how to make it work? It's been bugged for like 2 years now. Because what is the deal with no goalkeeper Evos. I don't understand that. So many players have like one team, it's like an Evo team, and just goalkeepers, it just doesn't matter. You can't put them in. I don't know. It's just strange. And I always wonder what you guys think is the reason for that. And here's a concept quickly of all of the heroes who have not received a special card yet. So I'm assuming he's putting these here because maybe we'll see a couple of them, but there are a couple surprises here. You know, we haven't seen Brolin yet, haven't seen Park Ji-sung, which is very interesting. You know, I think he was ahead of Golazo card last year, actually. John Arnorisa, who might be my dad, also has not gotten one, and Peter Crouch hasn't gotten one yet. Like, it's kind of surprising to me. And Berbatov, too. It's kind of surprising to me, but that's just a little concept of all the cards who haven't gotten one yet. I'm assuming because it's AC, he tends to tweet out graphics like this when they pertain to, like, what's coming in the promo. And oh boy, here comes FUT Police Leaks. Bonjour, he says. He's got the squad cars rolling up. He says, someone who said more 89 overalls soon, not 90, 3 days ago, was celebrating yesterday at 6 p.m. because my evolution didn't come. Guess what Evo they're trying to hype up now? The 90 rated evolution is a left back one, because FUT Police Leaks leaked we would get a 90 overall Evo, and FUT Agent said that we wouldn't get one for quite some time. So leaker beef, as we know, is one of the least interesting things on planet Earth. But hey, we're trying to find the right information here, and FUT Agent appears to sometimes have some absolute nonsense, maybe some horse shit, as the cool kids would say. But okay, let's get on to the Player of the Month winner, and that was Bruno Fernandes. He has won the Premier League Player of the Month. Not too much of a surprise there. He'll come as an SBC soon. I believe this Friday is when he's supposed to come out, and I think these stats are also a prediction, so kind of ignore those. But Bruno does end up winning it, and it could be a pretty good card. I'm usually get the official stats like the day before, so we'll wait for that. I'm sure we'll have that for Thursday night into Friday morning's video. And then we also got a leaked SBC here, and that was Marco Asensio as an SBC/objective official stats on him as well. He's not road to the final. He's a Dream Chasers card, and he is technical and Travella, and the stats are kind of what you expect to see, and he's not upgradable, so that's what his card's gonna be. So all right, that's something. Now if you guys don't remember, we're still waiting on Philip Lahm. We don't know where the Lahm SBC is at right now, the one that's got 2 playstyle pluses that everyone was like, oh my god, this is terrible. We don't know where he is. He was leaked to come quite a while ago now, so still waiting on that, but wanted to remind you that he is still coming out, apparently, at least. Now Serie A Player of the Month nominees here for March, we've got Nicolo Barella, D'Acunha, Dovbyk, Fagioli, Orsolini, and Soleil, and I have no idea who the favorite is. I looked on the tracker and there were no stats on there, so I don't know the stats either. I tried to find them, couldn't find them. If you guys know who might win this, then let us know in the comments. And then also there's still no official word yet on if this is actually the team of the season design. Now AC had a little, April Fool's troll here today with Anthony. 6 playstyle plus is absolute beast, but AC even making this kind of joke is like he must think this is the TOTS design. So I would lean towards it is. With no confirmation yet, but I would lean towards, yeah, it probably is. And, I saw this tweet with this Saka design, and it's kind of like, that looks more like how I thought the TOTS design would probably look like. Is it too late for Saka to make team of the season? 6 goals and 10 assists now. But yeah, just an interesting choice of a design if that ends up being the case, right? Then okay, we got 3 retro kits arriving in Ultimate Team soon, which I don't think we've ever seen retro kit leaks before, but look at this. We got that pink Real Madrid kit that's just incredible. I think that was maybe 2015, 2016. I don't remember what season that was. It was around that time. That Real Madrid kit is incredible. We have this Tottenham flashback kit, the gray and the black, which, let me know what you guys think about that one. And also we have an Atletico kit here, which I think is from the early 2010s, sometime around there. And that kit looks pretty awesome as well. So I know they make them cost 50K or whatever the hell. It's kind of a ripoff, but I do like the retro kits, honestly. I wish they would do more of them. I feel like it can't be that difficult to get more of them. Maybe the licensing is complicated. Like you have to go to the old publisher. Like if, say Real Madrid is not sponsored by Adidas anymore, you have to go to them and somehow work it out. I don't know how it works, but I feel like it'd be easy to do. And I wish we would see more of them, but those are kits on the way here soon. And okay, last thing here, random kind of Reddit post I wanted to talk about is the captain should get a stat boost in aggression and strength. I mean, since we can make someone already the team captain, it would be a nice addition. I've always thought there should be kind of like a bounty card or something like that in your team that can either get full chemistry no matter what, or something like that. Maybe make the captain useful. I feel like there's a couple different things they could do with that to make squad building more fun, more doable, and also, is it that overpowered if you give one card in your team full chemistry? Like the captain gets full chemistry, right? Something like that. I feel like that way, if you end up doing a thing where it's a crazy Evo and it's a K-League player or something like that, and you see this chain on FUTGG that's like 6 Evos long, it's a 55 rated bronze, you can make him a 90 rated center mid, and he's crazy. That way you can actually do it, otherwise you kind of can't. I mean, there's just some leagues and nations combined that are just almost not possible to link with the new chem system that I think still has a lot of really good things about it, but also also it has a few of its downsides. And one of its downsides is it's harder to link players that are way out of like nationality, way out of the leagues that everybody uses, right? So I think it'd be kind of cool to see a captaincy mean something, whether it be like a stat boost, I don't know, maybe a chemistry boost. I think it would be pretty awesome. I don't know, just a random thought that I had there. But let's talk about the market now, and that's this. With the info that we've got today, knowing we're going to see baby icons, baby heroes, we kind of figured that, but it's confirmed now. Also, we're going to be SBCs as well. I would expect the market to continue to do exactly what we thought it was going to do over the last couple of days, right? This promo usually tanks the market. I would guess it's not going to tank it because it's kind of already in the gutter. I don't think it'll tank it, but it's going to make things probably a little bit worse. And you really can't just tell how popular evolutions are. When you go to FUTGG popular, you go to FUTBin popular, it's new content that came out today, and then it's just left backs. Just left backs everywhere. This Evo wasn't even that crazy, right? It was a good evolution, but it wasn't too insane. And it's just funny seeing this, right? Evolutions really does. I mean, it's changed the game. Like, EA know that. They're smart. They look at how the numbers are looking. They look at the data on where everyone spends their time, what everyone's doing. I think Evolutions is pretty much what everyone looks forward to right now. And I think this is why we're seeing what we're seeing in the market. Because of that, though, in turn, if Evolutions becomes a bigger and bigger thing constantly over time, the market goes down and down and down. That's just how this is going to work. And the reason it feels like I've only been saying this year, the market's just going down, it's because we've seen an uptick in Evos the last couple months, and that wasn't actually there at the start of this year. Next year, it's going to be different. The market will be more flatlined from the start because there's going to be a lot of evolutions out right away. But this year, it's been kind of like there's so many now, and the market drops every time there's a good one. It's going to keep going down, and it's going to keep going down again over this next week because the rumor's been big Evos. So this probably won't be the same way next year, if I had to guess. But as of right now, for the rest of this year, apart from a few, you know, really short TOTS rises, we're not going to see much market rise at all. It's just going to drop constantly because of evolutions. Okay, let's read your comments now. We got Gravedigger, who, if anybody in this comment section, please, if you know Gravedigger, like the monster truck, and you know Dennis Anderson, I would just love to hear you say, yes, you know who that is, because similar to like NASCAR, I feel like there's zero overlap here. But anyway, he says, still crashing, though it looks like there is a workaround, closing the game and launching it again after playing 2 to 3 matches. I have seen a couple people say this, but I have heard people say they crashed the first match. So I don't know if that's perfect for everybody, but I do want to just give out any tips I can if it ends up helping you. Apparently closing the game every 2 to 3 games and launching it again appears to help maybe for some people. And I saw this comment from Linz Drew here, and he's basically saying, hey, I stopped playing as the amount of frustration and stress it helped develop I couldn't cope with. I'm quite gutted as I invested a lot of time and some money, but got sick of not getting rewarded for time and effort. Left a big gap in my free time. Has it gotten any better recently? Is it worth revisiting the game? I'm much happier, but as I said, I think I developed an addiction to the game. Please help. And honestly, Drew, the fact that you are sitting here saying, I'm much happier right now, but do I come back? The fact that it's even a question for you is crazy. And I say that in not a condescending way. I mean that in like a loving way. Like, I cannot believe you're asking this question. Like, no, do not come back. You literally think that your correlation to happiness is the fact that you're not playing this game anymore. Do not come back. Please, pretty please. It's your mental health means so much more than a dumb game, okay? Obviously, ideally, you wouldn't have it mean as much to you, but if you can't help but it means so much and you can't cope with a lot of this stuff, then you need to stay away. This game is not for you, and that's okay. Next up, we got Baza, who says the delay on this game on PC is insane. Good state. What the fuck they smoking? And honestly, it's funny looking back at it because I think I did really well this weekend, probably because my gameplay was like pretty good. It was actually like kind of what it was a couple patches ago on PC, where I think the delay got a lot worse for me personally. It was kind of pre that, and all of a sudden, like, yeah, I'm back playing well again. That's why it just sucks, man, that every game you go against a player, you are not on an even playing field. Like, you're just not. I could be playing against a console player who can't turn, and I'm here like turning when I want to. And next game, it's the exact opposite. I can't turn when I want to, and he can. It's just, I mean, it's such a ridiculous thing that we even have to deal with. It's crazy. But also, I said in yesterday's video, rate the TOTS design out of 10. Most of you said like 5, 6. Some people said 7 maybe out of 10. And nothing was over a 7, which is kind of funny because, maybe it is time for a change or something. I don't know. And I like the cosmetics piece of it. That's kind of like my thing I like that some people or most people probably don't really give a shit about. I actually like card designs on cards and like doing cosmetics and stuff. But yeah, for me, it's like a 5 or 6 as well. It's kind of like, okay, I'm really curious to see if it ends up being the actual design. But yeah, of course, thank you all for joining and being here today. Love y'all. Peace.